Start with pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Apologize for being a few minutes late. Mr. Lego, could you please take roll call?
Yes, sir. Mr. President. Mrs. Zissing.
Here.
Dr. Klein. Present. Mr. Chasson. Here. Dr. Costo.
Here.
Mr. Leonard.
Here.
Mr. Matarazzo.
Here.
Mr. Nemec.
Here.
Mr. Petrucci is absent. Mr. Stovar.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Lego.
You're welcome.
Turn the meeting over to Dr. Harris for written information.
Thank you, Mr. Nemec. We're going to start the meeting off with honoring some of our students, and they're all pretty much make up the whole audience tonight. For the students of the month, every month we do this at every meeting. I pretty much say the same thing. By the end of the year, we might have 27 students total. And when you think about it, we have 3,800 students in the district. So to get one of those 27 spots, you must have done something amazing. And when you hear what the principals read about each one, you can understand what they do, not only as a student, but as a child, as a friend, as a brother, as a sister, as a whole person, and it is amazing. And I'm going to start off by turning it over to Karen Corner, Dr. Corner from McCullough.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. I'm going to start with some elementary district notes and updates. First thing is, organized by our PTO, McCullough held a Kids of Steel running club this spring that had many students involved. And the reason why I bring that up is I believe there were 3 other elementary schools that also had a running club, participated in this Kids of Steel event in the Pittsburgh Kids Marathon that was just on May 3rd. The incoming kindergarten will have their second big event, the kindergarten screening, at the end of May, the last week of May. This will be the second event where students will be in their new building before fall. We are done with state testing. Sorry, high school. We want to thank all the families, staff, and students for their support and understanding this year. It's pretty stressful for everyone involved, and we appreciated everyone's kindness. We have been celebrating the end of the year with multiple field trips. Track and field day is this week. Reward celebrations for the students during the month of May. It's a very busy month. Last week was Staff Appreciation Week. I want to express my gratitude and appreciation for all the hard work and dedication of the McCullough staff, the PT staff, and everyone else that works tirelessly for the students and the families. The district-wide elementary band concert is tomorrow night. They are practicing tonight in the High School Performing Arts Center. And the 5th grade chorus concert was last Friday, May 9th. Both groups worked all year for both of these performances. We also have the 5th grade Career Discovery Day on May 16th, this Friday, and this trip is organized by FEPL, the FEPL Credit Union. We're very grateful for their connection with the school district. That's all of my updates. So the most importantly is celebrating the Student of the Month. So would Miss Callie Dempsey come on up to the front? You can face your
Big
family.
crowd, but friendly crowd.
No, you can stand over there so that you're not in front of the podium. There you go, right there. Perfect. Okay, so Miss Callie Dempsey is a 12-year-old 5th grade student at McCullough Elementary School. She's joined today by her family. Her parents are Kyle and Lindsay. Callie is the oldest of 4 Dempsey children, 1 sister and 2 brothers. Peyton is in 4th grade. Ethan is in 1st grade. They're both at McCullough. And she also has a younger brother, Logan, who will be starting kindergarten in the fall. Callie and Logan happen to have the same birthday. Callie is a fabulous choice for our May Student of the Month, and I appreciate her kind, incredibly hardworking, polite, gracious, and humble personality. She is the sweetest student and friend. When I interviewed Callie, she mentioned that it can be very hard being the oldest of 4. She puts a lot of pressure on herself to be a great role model for her younger siblings, and she is learning and doing everything first for her family. She was so humble when she was sharing this with me. Callie also told me that her favorite subjects are art and social studies. Art was her #1 choice because Callie loves to draw. She mentioned that it is really special to her and how much it helps her with her emotions. She currently is taking an online watercolor art class outside of school. She really enjoys it. Callie mentioned that she likes social studies because she enjoys learning about people. In the past, Callie has played ice hockey and soccer, but she doesn't have any interest right now in being on a team. She just likes to do ice hockey for fun. Callie mentioned how she likes to rollerblade near her house. Callie loves to read. Her favorite genre is mystery, and she loves Nancy Drew books. Callie sometimes hangs out with her siblings, usually to play hockey outside. When asked about her future loves and plans, Callie really wants to be an artist when she gets older. Her favorite style of art is pencil. She loves colored pencils. In December of this year, Callie participated in an online art gallery. She hung art from her school projects and those she completed at home in her house and submitted pictures of her art to her online art teacher. She won first place. Callie also mentioned that she loves to do hair, and since her father is in construction, she thought it would be awesome if he built her her very own hair salon. So a few of Callie's teachers shared some thoughts with me. Mrs. Petsenpoo, who is here in the front row, Callie's reading and social studies teacher, stated that Callie is an extremely hard and conscientious worker. Callie treats her teachers and classmates with continued patience and respect. She expresses gratitude for the help that she is given. Callie listens actively in class and asks clarifying questions so that she will be able to complete assignments to the best of her ability. Callie is kind to others and a great example. It has been a pleasure to have been her teacher this year. Mr. McClintock, Callie's homeroom science and math teacher, mentioned that Callie Dempsey is a pleasure to teach in class every day. She is hardworking and conscientious in all her assignments. Callie is determined to do her best each day. She is not discouraged when things get difficult and has the stamina to work until her tasks are completed. In addition to her work in class, Callie is also a kind and positive friend and classmate. Callie demonstrates kindness, perseverance, and responsibility to all of her classmates. I am so proud that Callie is our Student of the Month. And lastly, Callie's art teacher, Mrs. Cardamone, also wanted to share that Callie is very deserving of Student of the Month. She is hardworking, kind, helpful, and a very determined individual. No matter how difficult something seems to her, she absolutely does not give up. Callie tells me often how she aspires to become an artist someday, although to me, she already is an artist. Callie has so much ambition and passion when creating art. She puts her entire heart into her ideas and often brainstorms with me to make sure her ideas are successful. She is careful and meticulous and has so many out-of-the-box ideas of how she approaches each art assignment. I am always excited to see how she adds her own unique twist to each project. She is an incredible young lady. Callie is well deserving of this award, and she embodies the traits we look for in a student when selecting our Student of the Month. We are honored to have Callie represent McCullough as the May Elementary Student of the Month.
Yeah, it's time. When we're all when we are all done with elementary, middle, and high school, we're going to do a group. We're going to do different pictures. So please stay for the photo op at the end. Now we're going to ask Mr. Simpson from Penn Middle School.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Talking about Penn Middle School events, like Dr. Quinter said, we just finished our ELA, science, and math PSSAs last few weeks. Those went off well. We have Keystone Algebra coming up. Last week we had Teacher Appreciation Week, and staff enjoyed a wood fire pizza from Don's Pizzeria on Friday with multiple gifts from the PTO during the week. Like Dr. Quinter said, I don't think anyone really knows, unless you've taught, what teachers do each and every day, and staff and PCAs. It's amazing what we do and all the moving parts. I'm so appreciative of my staff. Wonderful, wonderful people. So kudos to them. I want to thank the board. On a couple Thursdays ago, on May 1st, the 8th graders left at 5 a.m., went to Gettysburg, toured the battlefield, and came back at 9 p.m. Like I always say, It is a wonderful, wonderful event for our 8th graders. That's a critical part of our 8th grade social studies curriculum, Revolution to Reconstruction, and Gettysburg, other than Independence Hall, might be one of the best places to visit in terms of history in Pennsylvania. Also on that day, the 7th graders visited the Tech Center to get a look at what's offered there. It was a great field trip. What else do we have coming up? This Friday is the 8th grade farewell. The following Tuesdays are 5K, the Landrum 5K in honor of Jackie Landrum. And the following Thursday is our yearbook dance. The next day, that's it. So that's all we have at Penn Middle School, Dr. Harris.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Thank you. Okay, let me call Caitlin up. Caitlin Dolhai, please come on up. Caitlin Dolhai is our 8th grade student, is an 8th grader at Penn Middle School. She's our student of the month for May. She is the daughter of Kevin and Heather Dolhai of Harrison City. They share that they are incredibly proud of their daughter for being named student of the month. Her talent and dedication continue to amaze them. She's a remarkably gifted artist whose talent is far beyond her years. This school year alone, she's completed a stunning mural for Penn Middle School and is already hard at work on a second. She also had the incredible honor of giving her class art featured in an international exhibit. I don't know if anyone saw that. It was in the Tribune Review. It was unbelievable. But beyond her artistic achievements, Caitlin is smart, determined, kind, witty, and a loyal friend. Someone who brightens every room she walks into. She's an exceptional young woman, and we couldn't be more thrilled to see her recognized for all that she brings to her school. I spoke to her brother Jacob. He's a 5th grader at Harrison Park. He says that Caitlin is well deserving of this award. He said it very sincerely. She is mostly nice to him, and another sincere comment, he wouldn't trade her for any other sister, which I thought was really nice. And he likes to play outside with her and take walks. So, words don't do it enough. All the board members, I put a picture on your desk. So the top one, and it really doesn't do it justice how wonderful it is. If you've been by room 214 in Penn Middle, the top one, that is a 10 by 20 foot mural that Caitlin did, recently finished. On the bottom, I got her working in action. She was in on what, last Saturday I took that picture?
Thursday was the dance.
Okay, so instead of going to the dance, she's working on a mural. That's in our social studies area. That is a mural that, again, I talked about Revolution to Reconstruction, depicts all the important parts of our 8th grade curriculum. So she's working on that. Words can't describe on how talented she is. Before I get to the teachers, I do want to say something about Caitlin. We have a program, it's called Mentor Buddies, and we have 8th graders work with 6th graders who are struggling socially. Middle school is not easy to come and work with other kids. And so I talked to the teachers, and I asked for students who would be good at mentoring other 6th graders. Again, Caitlin Dolhai. So, but she's still working so hard on murals, I had to find a couple other kids. But she's not just a great artist. She's a great all-around person. I'm so proud of her. Teachers say, incredibly artistic, kind, talented young lady. Creativity shines through in everything she does, whether it's the classroom or through artistic expression. Not only smart, but insightful and thoughtful and compassionate towards others. It has been a joy to watch her grow into a confident and expressive young person over the past 3 years. Her positive presence makes a lasting impact on those around her. She takes great pride in her work and always strives to do her best. Her unbelievable artist is with limitless talent, but hard work also. That stands out to me the most. She's well deserving. It demonstrates remarkable maturity, a strong work ethic, a genuine passion for the arts. Her art teacher shares that she's not only a talented artist, but also a kind, thoughtful individual who leads by example. She has witnessed this through her efforts collaborating on projects and encouraging others in the classroom. Caitlin exhibits leadership and integrity in everything she does. She takes initiative and shows deep respect for both the creative process and the people around her. We're so proud to recognize Caitlin Dolhai as the May Student of the Month.
Mr. Simpson. Mr. Vinton, who's actually filming us, not in this room, he just reminded us when you speak to the microphone, make sure it's turned on. So, just so he can pick up the audio, because he actually records not from this area, so it's watching and taping. Finally, from the high school, Mr. Healy, Dr. Healy.
So I'll start with the update. We had a successful prom at the Core Events Center. We had approximately 650 students from PT and other schools in attendance. We started our Keystone testing today, and that will continue through the end of the year. We're currently in the midst of AP testing, which ends Friday. We'll have a few stragglers who may have missed for athletics or multiple tests. They'll test during the makeup window. Our mock trial team competed in the state playoffs, representing all of Westmoreland County. They entered the semifinals with third overall seed. Unfortunately losing in a close match in the semis. We had a successful scholarship night where Penn Trafford students were awarded $362,150 in scholarships total. We're extremely proud of them. We just enjoyed a great top 20 luncheon today at Nicasio Fields, where the top 20 students were honored for their academic success over the last 4 years. Great lunch. It was made possible through the generous donations of the local businesses. We thank them for that. And then we're currently preparing for graduation to take place next Thursday, hoping it doesn't rain. So with athletics, the Unified Track and Field team's finishing up their first season. They had 3 meets. The home meet was last week. They came in second place all the meets out of 4 teams. 1 meet left, and then the playoffs. We've qualified along with Baldwin, Bell Vernon, Cannon McMillan, Hempfield, and Mount Pleasant, Norwin. This will take place at Baldwin High School on May 19th. We currently have quite a few teams in the playoffs as well. I was actually getting text messages from Mr. Hetrick regarding the softball. So I don't know if anybody else is getting them too.
I got one, and they won.
They won 5-3.
Absolutely,
So
won the section, so it's nice to see them go. I love the end of the school year, and it always gets extended because all of our kids do so well, which is a great problem to have in all those sports, and it's a blessing. So thank
yes.
you.
So baseball currently will face off on Wednesday at 4 o'clock at Norwin High School. Boys volleyball will host Peters Township tomorrow night. Gates open at 6 for a 7 o'clock game. And then we'll host a playoff doubleheader for lacrosse tomorrow, starting with the girls hosting Butler and the boys hosting Shaler. So at high school, we're more unique for the last student of the month. We nominate, or we look at students who excel for different reasons, specifically for students who decide to go into the military or decide to give for service that goes above and beyond than what's expected. It's voluntary. So we have 4 students who are confirmed and listed in enrollments, 1 in ROTC. I'm going to start by honoring them. And then we have an American Legion School Award, which I'm going to honor 2 students as well. So what will happen is we kind of have Emma Harris come up. Is Emma in attendance? So I know the recruiter is Mr. Wood, correct? Okay, is Mr. Wood in attendance? If you can come up and give a couple words. I just like to have the recruiters come up and give a couple words about the person that they kind of talked through during the recruiting process, just because it shows a lot of the character. If you could, please.
If you could do the mic, because we're also being watched at from home.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right, so I didn't prepare anything. I apologize, but future sailor Emma Harris is joining the Navy as a cryptologic technician, one of the highest well-deserving jobs, hard to qualify for. And I think she's going to do great things in the United States Navy, the greatest Navy in the world.
Thank you. Oh, congratulations. Come here. Sorry. This is my first time doing one of these. This way, it's normally just one student shaking hand. Congratulations. Thank you.
Emma, when do you leave?
July 15th.
July 15th. Good luck to you. I'm very proud of you.
Next up, we have Mason Moore, who is currently going active duty into the Army. You can come on up, bud. And then, do I have Staff Sergeant Parrish or Wheeler? They didn't show up? Okay. So I have one experience that, in my short time being a principal at high school, that kind of exemplifies the person that Mason is. And this is just kind of off the cuff because I didn't have anything prepared because I know the military tends to have it, but this shows his true character. We had a situation, I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we had a situation in the cafeteria lunchroom where a student was going through breakfast time. Student didn't have enough money to buy what they were seeking for breakfast. So as I'm reviewing the security camera footage, I noticed a young man entering his PIN to purchase food for this student. That student was Mason. So he, without his, on his own accord, decided to spend his own money to help a student in need. So that just kind of shows the character that Mason has, and I know the Army will be very grateful to have that. What MOS are you going into?
Combat engineer.
Combat engineer, okay. So what exactly does that do?
Basically, you work with bombs and you clear road for convoys.
Okay. So, thank you. I know we're all very appreciative for your service. Thank you, Mason.
And Mason, when do you go?
July 27th.
July 27th. Good luck. Very proud of you.
Okay. Next up, I have Ella Malloy. Ella is going to be going into the Merchant Marines. She received a full scholarship into it. Is Mr. Litrun in the house?
Thank you. Last Wednesday, I had the honor of presenting this fine young lady a appointment to the United States Merchant Marine Academy. As the principal said, it is equivalent to a $300,000 education. That's an investment that's being made by the United States government in Ella. She will be serving for 5 to 8 years as either the Merchant Marine or in any branch of the United States service as a military officer. Now, the Merchant Marine Academy is one of the 5 federal academies. I feel obligated to tell this story because in 1980, Newsweek magazine wrote an article about the least known federal academy being the Coast Guard. Merchant Marine Academy is the 5th federal academy. Please, so congratulations to Ella. Along with Annapolis, West Point, Air Force Academy, and Coast Guard, United States Merchant Marine Academy. As with the other academies, it requires a congressional nomination and a rigorous 17-step application process. It's an intensive 4-year regimental and academic curriculum. It will lead to a Bachelor of Science degree, a U.S. Merchant Marine officer's license, and an ensign's commission in the Navy Reserve. A unique feature about the Merchant Marine Academy is that Ella will be able to serve in any branch of the service. This is a very unique aspect of the Merchant Marine Academy. You can serve in the United States Navy as an ensign, the Marines, the Army, Air Force, Coast Guard, U.S. Space Force, or the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, and going in as a commissioned officer in any branch of those services. However, we are hoping that Ella will strongly consider sailing in the Merchant Marine. I don't know if many of you know much about the Merchant Marine, but in time of peace, it is a series of privately owned companies that own ships that transport goods all over the world. And it's taken for granted. And in time of war, those ships then become part of the military. And it's called the 5th branch of the military. Ella will be receiving a Navy commission because in time of war, these merchant ships must sail with the Navy ships in convoys. Now, if we say it's an honor to be an officer in the military branch, but right now the United States Merchant Marine needs officers. As a quick story, right now, China has 5,500 vessels capable of carrying troops, munitions, and military equipment. If anyone could guess how many U.S. equivalent ships there are in service. 70, 70. 17 of which are going to be decommissioned because of lack of officers and personnel to man them. So that's why we need people like Ella Malloy is going to be able to save our Merchant Marine. The United States government has just made a proclamation that they are going to invest $1.1 billion in rebuilding the infrastructure of the Merchant Marine Academy and $100 billion in resurrecting the shipbuilding capabilities of the United States and building the merchant fleet up. So congratulations to Ella for an accomplishment that is just beyond consideration, beyond words, and God bless you. Pleasant sailing, fair seas.
I might have missed the date.
What date are you doing?
Indoctrination Day is July 3rd.
July 3rd. Good luck. You're going to make us all very proud.
Thank you.
And then the last military student I have is Elias. I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly, not butcher it. Habura. Elias Habura. So Elias is a fantastic student. And throughout the course of the day, I tend to deal with students who kind of cause trouble, and Elias is not one of them. So he is a fantastic young man, always challenging himself with high-level classes, multi-sport athlete. Hopefully he's going to bring us home a lacrosse win here later this week. I hear he's a fantastic lacrosse player. I know Dr. Koshko kind of helped in the process as well. He's going to go to Penn State. He's at Penn State, Maine. He's going to go to Penn State, Maine, and be involved in the NROTC. So, can you kind of describe what that is for the people in the audience?
Yeah. So, the NROTC is the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps. So basically, it's just kind of like the academies, but basically just a normal college. And they train one of the officers for any branch in the military.
Perfect. And then, so when you get out, just for my understanding, when you get out, when you go through the program, you will be a commissioned officer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for that, we thank you. I know it'll be very challenging, and we're just very thankful. My list is long today. So I have two more people. This is the American Legion School Award. This is given based on 6 criteria: honor, courage, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service. So in the audience tonight, I know I invited, I don't know if they all made it. There was a female recipient and male recipient, and then a female and male second place honorable mention. First, I'm going to call up Chloe Walton. So I'm going to say a couple words, and I'll have the gentleman from the American Legion come up and kind of do a little bit as well. So in Chloe's time at the high school, I know you're going to Barton College to play soccer, correct? Yeah. And you are a fantastic athlete, but that's not kind of the big thing. You were one of the biggest organizers supporting our Big Friends Day, which I was privileged to see some of the kids my son plays hockey with come up. They were excited to see me. They didn't realize I worked here. It was a great day. So for that, we're thankful. At this point, I'll have the gentleman from the American Legion come on up and say a few kind words.
Thank you. My name is Jim Drenovich. I am accompanied by Mr. Jim Fike. We belong to Trafford American Legion. And the American Legion recognizes the importance of our youth. I'm here tonight to present 2 awards. One is the American Legion School Award to 1 graduating boy and 1 graduating girl. The boy has not been called yet, so I'll wait for you, sir. And the attributes and qualities of this individual are courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service. Now I'm going to present Chloe with the American Legion certificate stating what I had just stated. And Mr. Fike is going to show you the medallion, the American Legion medallion that we'll also present to Chloe. On one side is the American Legion emblem that states "For God and Country." And on the other side of the coin, the attributes: courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service. So Chloe, congratulations.
And then second, for the medal recipient is Mr. Nicholas Truschel.
Nicholas, congratulations. And I'm not going to read that over again, but I'm happy to present you, on behalf of the American Legion, the American Legion School Award, and also the medallion. I want to congratulate you as the recipient winner. I have some military certificates also. And do you want me to present those?
If you want to now.
Okay. I almost forgot the honorable mention, American Legion School Award. Brooklyn, is Brooklyn here? Okay. How about Jared Miller? Honorable mention, American Legion School Award presented to Jared Miller. Congratulations, Jared. And the American Legion Military Commitment Certificate of Commendation. One to Emma Harris. Emma, if you'd come up again. Congratulations. Mason Moore. Mason, I was a 12 Bravo, so I'll see you after the meeting. Ella Malloy. And Elias Abura. Congratulations. Thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Harris.
I appreciate all that you do for Penn Trafford and the school district, and I appreciate every year you come. It really means a lot to myself, the staff, and the kids. So and the families. So thank you so much for showing up.
We're really enjoying doing it. Thank you.
We love having you. At this time, we're going to take a picture with the students of the month, the children going to the military, as well as the winners of the American Legion Award. So you can come up, and the co-winners.
That's good.
It's on your ass, he showed up. So pull off the cuff.
Yeah, we'll do the American Indian.
Let's do American.
Parents and everybody, you're more than welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting. No one has ever stayed. Or you can go now. It is up to you. We're not offended either way. So thank you so much for coming. like I said, thanks for everybody coming. And Mr. Kachasik and Dr. Healy and Mr. Matarazzo, if you can come back to your seats. All right.
Dr. Healy.
Dr. Healy and Mr. Kachasik.
Well,
Oh, there she is. We just moved to the middle. Unless she's here for something else.
oh, yes, yes. Do you want me to bring the book?
She just moved over here to the middle.
I bring the book in.
All right, and thank you, board. We do have a foundation meeting right after this meeting, so we're almost finished, but we just need to get through a few more things. All right, thank you. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Nemec for recognition of visitors, and we do have
Oh,
one.
Dr. Harris, before still doing announcements, what's going on? Did you say anything about the students going to the elementary buildings? You have people know
Oh, the
that?
graduation.
I haven't, but if you want to bring that up, that's fine. That's up to you. We will have the 12th graders next week. They get to attend the elementary school. That was last year or 2 years ago was the very first year they started that. Last year they carried that on the opportunity, and this year they're going to do it as well. Next week's a fun week for the seniors, especially. We have the senior walk. The senior parade where they started. That was during COVID. That's one of the things we've always kept. Of course, there's graduation, and of course, they also get to go back to their elementary school, which they all enjoy. And actually, the elementary school students, as well as the teachers and principals, enjoy it as well.
Yes, and they're gonna have the principal that they had when they were in school.
Correct.
That's an exciting time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Anything
also
else
the,
you want to share, Mr. Matarazzo?
Well, just the thing about the senior parade, people are welcome to come to it. It's great because the kids dress up, they have their cars decorated. I think the township, I think there'll be some fire trucks and who knows what else. And I think last year there were food trucks here.
There was food
They made
trucks.
it a
I'm
big
not
event.
sure, Dr. Healy, are they still doing the food trucks for the senior sunset in the back, Dr.?
I think we might. I'm just not sure if we're finalizing details. I know that's something Mr. Quilio's kind of taken the lead on. And unfortunately, I can text them, but unfortunately, I don't have an answer for that.
Last year was the very first year, and I
Yeah.
think they enjoyed that. They
And
enjoyed
what
it,
time-
and I believe all the kids came back, and I didn't have a senior. I left after the food truck. The kids stayed, and I believe they played a giant kickball game
I believe so
for
too.
one last time, which I thought was nice.
And what time does the parade start if people want to come up?
About 6:30.
6:30. It's
I
up here at the high school, but
We
they come
will
from
have
the
it
municipal-
advertised in the, we will send out something, and we will send out something to all the parents.
Yeah, and Mr. Vinton, he last year, I think he used drones. They start up at St. Barbara's where they line up. And I think he had drones up there showing how many people, and then they come down through municipal and up into here. It's a community event, so strongly encourage people to come out and enjoy it.
Absolutely. Well, I thought, and actually, Dr. Horvath was instrumental in
that's right.
starting in that senior parade. Thank you,
There you
Dr.
go.
Horvath. And that's now officially, that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Dr. Harris. We've come to the portion now for recognition of visitors. The rules that are stated. The board will follow the procedures established in policy 903, public comment in board meetings, which is accessible through the district's website. This time is designated for district residents and taxpayers to comment on the items listed for action or deliberation on tonight's agenda, or that may come before the board for action or deliberation at tonight's meeting. All individuals wishing to comment this evening must have registered their intent with the board secretary by 12 noon, one business day in advance of the meeting. Each statement made by a commentator will be limited to 3 minutes. Individuals will be notified by the timekeeping mechanism when their time allotted for public comment has expired. Comments by public participants are their own and should not be assumed to be the statements of the school district or any of its directors, agents, employees, or representatives. We have one visitor signed up tonight, Corey Gross.
Thank you. My name is Corey Gross. I feel like I've been a parent in this district for about a million years, but I do have my last child that's an upcoming senior at Penn Trafford this year. I'm here to discuss the new college and work release requirements for seniors that I just found out about. This was not communicated well by the district, and students and parents have been left scrambling. The principal sent out an email in January about scheduling. In that email, there was only one major change described, and it was not the change to the college and work release program. The PT High School Student Handbook has no information about the changes or the details about the policy. I asked about why these changes were made, and apparently there was an advisory board, including members of the school board, led by, and I'm not sure if this information is correct or not, but led by Mr. Ingles, who were concerned about the lack of accountability for seniors. I wish that actual senior parents had been asked to advise. These new updates are quite frankly outrageous of a program that was not broken. Seniors used to be able to do school release with one college course or 20 hours of work throughout the 7-day week. Now the requirement is 20 hours of work, not including the weekend, or 2 college courses. I don't think the board realizes how much they're asking of our already spread thin seniors. Seniors are required to stay in school for a minimum of 4 classes. For some students, like my daughter, who are involved with the arts, they're there for an additional hour for the 5th period 60-minute chorus class. This leaves 3 to 4 hours of dismissal time in the afternoon for students, for a total of 15 to 20 hours out of the classroom per week. Many of these students participate in sports, community service, CAP, other extracurricular activities like drama, art, band, mock trial, etc. 20 hours of work for work release is quite frankly too high. Finding an employer to fit these demands is very difficult. That is every hour, not including travel time, of their school hour release, if they don't do chorus. The average 3-credit online college course requires about 18 hours of work a week, and the school is requiring 2 of these. These classes do not count towards their GPA or towards graduation. Where are these kids supposed to find the time to do this? As many of them also have jobs. You're really hurting the kids that are depending on also having a job to help pay for college or even support their families. Something many of our privileged families in our district wouldn't understand. It was suggested to me that my daughter stay in school and take the dual enrollment courses offered at the high school. But did you know that most of these courses are 2 to 4 times more expensive than many of the online dual enrollment courses that are offered from home? Seniors at home have plenty to fill their time with searching for colleges and applying for scholarships. You're adding stress to an already stress-filled year for these seniors. You're punishing good kids that need this program because of a few bad apples that may have slipped through the system. The board is supposed to be finding ways to cut the budget. Rather than doing that, the board is causing an administrative headache and taxing our guidance counselors who are already spread thin. Additionally, the way the program existed before allowed for less students in the building,
Mrs. Gross,
less
can we
classes and
wrap it up?
teachers, which helps the school budget. The
Time is
new
being
stricter
expired.
guidelines are going to stretch the high school's resources and require more classes and teachers. I'm just asking for reconsideration of this policy. It's unnecessary and burdensome, and to the students and to the staff. Please consider an alternative like giving credit for athletics or rigorous extracurriculars like drama, band, and mock trial. Thank you. Sorry I went over.
Thank you, Ms. Gross. That is all we have under
Visitors.
I'm sorry. Prior to tonight, there is no old business tonight. Prior to tonight's meeting, we held an executive session where we talked about collective bargaining, personnel, attorney litigation matters, and the board received information on the status of PTARC. We now come to the portion of the meeting where we do our consent agenda. Does the board wish to remove any item from the consent agenda? Okay. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items as submitted under one motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Question being called for. This will be a roll call vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? No? Motion carried. flip back to page 11, I believe.
Excuse me, if I can ask one question. One of the parents had asked, is this being recorded? If they were seeing, one of the parents over there, is this
Yes.
meeting being recorded? I know they got it.
Absolutely.
They can get it. They want to see when their kids got
Yeah,
it.
if you just look on, after the meeting, you just have to watch, and it's, everything we have here tonight is posted on our, PT Warrior, webpage, school board meetings. And actually, they stay up there for, I don't know how long they stay, a year, couple of years, if you wanna go back and look at it, so.
Thank you.
Athletics and extracurricular, Dr. Koshko.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do have one item tonight. Motion to approve the following athletic personnel. Salaries are determined in accordance with the negotiated agreement. New employment is contingent upon the receipt of all necessary documentation and acceptance of the Act 34, Act 151, and Act 114 waiver from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania within 30 days. Charles Fontana, girls varsity basketball coach, effective for the 2025-2026 season. Olivia Rizzo, girls assistant basketball coach, district-wide, effective for the 2025-2026 season.
Second.
Second being called for, do I have a question?
Question.
A question being called for. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carried.
That'll be all, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Koshko. Employer relations, negotiations, transportation, Mrs. Ising.
Move to approve the SCIU contract effective July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2030, as presented to the board.
Second.
Second by Phil. Question?
Question.
Question being called for. This will be a roll call vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.
No.
I abstain.
Mr. Lego, could you poll the board?
I certainly will. Give me a second here. Okay, Mrs. Issing,
Yes.
Dr. Klein,
Yes.
Mr. Kachasik,
Yes.
Dr. Koshko,
Yes.
Mr. Leonard,
Abstain.
Mr. Matarazzo,
Voting no, Mason, because of the PCAs I feel are unfairly treated.
Mr. Nemec,
Yes.
Mr. Petrucci's absent, Mr. Stovall.
Yes.
You have 6 positive, 1 against, and 1 abstain, and 1 absent, so the motion carries.
Motion carried.
And I appreciate, Mrs. Ising, and I know the committee, that you worked a long time, and Mr. Petrucci, and was on the committee, Mr. Nemec was on the committee, as well as some of the administrators. So we kind of started, we were thinking about starting earlier this year, and then ended tonight, so it was easy. Then this is for our paras, our custodians, and our secretaries. They're collectively in one agreement known as the SCIU, and it's a contract, and it's for 5 more years. So I do appreciate all the work that you put into it and all the time that we went through. Thanks, Tony.
That's all, Mr. President.
Okay, personnel and curriculum, Mr. Koshko.
That's me, Mr. President. Move to employ the following personnel. New employment is contingent upon the receipt of all necessary documentation that will include clearances Act 34, Act 151, Act 114 from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania within 30 days. Jeremy Height, a custodian at Penn Trafford High School. Kelly Dixon, a custodian at Trafford Elementary. Adam Lentz, a custodian at Sunrise. And Victoria Anderson, fellow at to be determined.
Second.
Second by Dr. Koshko. Question.
Question.
Question being called for. This is a roll call vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.
One more, Mr. President. Move to accept the following retirement resignation. Ronald Lochner, maintenance technician.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Koshko. Question.
Question?
Question being called for. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carried.
And I'm gonna say Ron is gonna be very well missed. His skills are absolutely amazing. He keeps the buildings in shape. He's always here early. He always stays late. Anytime there's an emergency on the weekends, holidays, I call him and he has no problem coming in.
I'll read it.
very well versed in the knowledge, and that's the kind of knowledge and loyalty that I've appreciated all these years, and we were very lucky. Everything behind the scenes he takes care of. So thank you.
Okay, Policy, Public Relations, Legislative, Title II, Mr. Kachasik.
I'm not for sure the backup, but I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Is that you?
It's Mr. Matarazzo.
Matarazzo?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, well,
I didn't realize
No,
that.
I didn't know.
I didn't know either. Mr.
I was
Matarazzo.
volunteering.
I know.
That's fine. I just, we asked to approve the list of graduates of the class of 2025.
Second.
Motion to approve the following app, oh,
I didn't know you had to know if you were
wrong page. A little bit more here, yeah. Move to approve the list of 306 graduates of the class of 2025 as submitted by Mr. Tony Aquilio as principal of Penn Trafford High School, pending satisfactory completion of all requirements for graduation as prescribed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Penn Trafford School District. Copy of the list will be filed with the official minutes of this meeting.
Second.
Second by Mr. Leonard. Question.
Question.
Question being called for. This will be a roll call vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried.
I have a question I wanted to ask Dr. Harris. This class of 306, how does that compare with other classes?
It's been very similar. I know when I first got here, we had classes for about 350 or above. That was maybe 18 years ago, 17, 18, you know, comes goes, but 306 is a strong number.
It is.
That is. And
Anything
also,
over 300.
is that?
Anything over 300.
Anything over 300. But could you also share, there are some students that could graduate, aren't sure about graduation. What have you and administrative staff done with some of these kids? Made it personal.
Some students who were struggling this last 9 weeks, we just kind of met with them, and I know Dr. Healy, myself, in the guidance office, and I know Dr. Hurd, and I started that a couple years ago with students. We're just coming up with a plan all year to make sure that more students graduate. And not only do they graduate, do they have plans? Because sometimes that's another biggest issue is they're not sure what they're going to do next. And that's actually very scary for us that we're having someone leave without knowing what to do. So we always try to come up with a plan, and we work on that as well. So it's been pretty successful.
I appreciate that's not something all schools do, but you're taking personal time with some of these students that just need a little bit of encouragement, advice, counsel, so thank you for that.
I hope we help some, and unfortunately some students and you might not have helped as much, but I can't say we helped everybody, but
you tried.
We try our best.
Okay, do I have a motion for adjournment?
Motion.
Second.
Motion adjourned at 8:04.
And we're going to stay here for the Penn Trafford Community Ed Foundation. If you are a member of that, I know